Welcome. You're listening to Leaders Lounge live and unmuted with Steve Hamilton. Today, so many leaders are feeling stuck, isolated, and uninspired. This podcast will help you master your framework, connect with the community of leaders, and reignite the devotion for what you do. Some of the brightest leaders of today will be joining the conversation, sharing the joys of leadership, their vision of the future, uncovering blind spots and pitfalls, as well as what they do to maintain their footing. If you're looking for candid conversation, this is the podcast for you. Help us by staying connected and subscribe to YouTube as well as SteveHamiltonMinistries.com. Now let's get started.
Hey, everybody. Praise the Lord. God bless you and welcome to the Leaders Lounge. Welcome to our TNT, our Thursday night teaching. And as you get ready for your holiday weekend, I'm excited about our subject tonight. And I just want to talk to you for a few minutes and invite as many people as you can, get as many folks as you can to log on, to tag, like, share with somebody that really needs this. A lot of us at this point of the year, halftime, as we go into the second half, we need just some areas that we need to focus on. And so tonight, I want to be able to get you to focus on 4 critical areas for the second half. There are 4 things I want to share with you. And of course, there's probably more, but I think that if you get these 4 areas, in laser sharp focus, I think you'll be better. I think you'll be better by the end of the year. Your year will end the right way, and it'll help prepare you for 2026. And so, again, like, share, tag, make sure everybody connected to you, especially leaders that are connected to you, can be connected to us. And we're so glad that you're joining us tonight. But the 4 critical areas that we need to focus on, and I want to take each one and talk about them as we share them with you. The 4 critical areas I want us to focus on are connections. Number 1 is connections. How are we connecting with one another? How are the folks that you lead connecting with you? How are your customers? How are your members? How are people connecting? We got to make major connections. One of the things that I think is so important for us is to make not only strengthen the connections we have, but also to make new connections as the year ends. Not only is it important for them to be connected to you, but you have to be able to be connected to them. How are you connecting with people that are you in touch with them? Are you able to understand what they're going through, what their needs are, where they're going, what's happening in their lives? A lot of things are going on culturally, a lot of things are going on politically. Folks are going through some things that they have never seen before. They have unprecedented issues that are coming up, and it seems like a lot is happening at the same time. So it's important for us as leaders to stay connected to them. And it's also important for them to have a way of communicating and connecting with you. And so it's critical that your connections are strong. That's number one. Number two, and I think based on your connections and based on how you're reaching out to people and how they're reaching out to you, you have to make sure you are creating the right kind of culture. Culture is going to be extremely important. And a lot of times we, especially in the church world, we mistake environment for culture. In other words, or atmosphere for culture. We have a certain atmosphere at the church that we're trying to create or cultivate. But I think it's more important to understand what the value and the importance of culture. And culture is really about who you are at your core, what you really do, what you really stand for, and also it's about what people feel and experience when they come in contact with you, whether it's online or in person. What is the culture of your ministry? What's the culture of your business? And so it's critical that we have the right kind of culture. First thing we're going to focus on is connections. Then we also have to focus on, once we make those connections, what kind of culture are they coming into? What do people think about when they see you? What do they feel when they come into your presence? What do they feel when they watch a video, when they stream a service? What is it like for them? And I always like to remind leaders, and especially reminding preachers, what are people supposed to be experiencing when they listen to your message, when they listen to you teach, or when they watch you? What are they supposed to feel? And so it's a part of, and all that is, when they come into your church, what's the culture like? Is it a welcoming culture? Is it the kind of culture where they feel love and kindness, where they feel that people are genuinely concerned about them, where they're striving to be better? That's the kind of culture you want to cultivate, especially when you have reached out. And a lot of us are big on, I got to connect with people. I got to make, these connections. Well, once you make the connections, understand that if they're going to stay, it's going to be because you have created the right kind of culture that develops and that encourages growth, development, and shows kindness. So that's one of the things. So first thing we want to talk about is connections. You got to make the right connections, make sure people are connected to you, that there's strong connections. But then also you want to make sure that the culture that you are creating and that has been created is a strong one, and one that is welcoming and nurturing. People need a lot of nurturing nowadays. They need a place where they can come in and be healed, where they can come in and recover, where they can come in and catch their breath, where they can come in and experience some joy, because they got a lot going on. So that's the kind of culture you want to build. And if you do that, you'll have people coming back. You'll have return customers. You'll have return visitors. You'll have people that will want to be a part of that, because there's not a lot of winning cultures that are being developed nowadays. And so you don't want to have people that are negative around there. You don't want people that are going to drive them away, but you want the kind of culture where people feel like they can grow and get better. Number 3, communication. How well do you communicate? It's important for us to have great communication, and in any relationship, whether it's husband and wife, whether it's parent and child, whether it's friends, you have to be able to communicate. And communication is not just you saying what you want to say. Communication is, how do you listen? How do you receive what they're saying? And do they have an environment? Is it an environment? You have created a culture where people can come and express themselves? Do they have a way of being able to talk, to let you know what's going on with them? Communication is critical, not only from you to the people, or you to your customers, or you to your members, but it's also important that you have the right kind of communication from you to the staff, and from the staff back to you, and from the customers, from the members back to you. There has to be a means of communicating and getting the word out, making sure that people that are connected to you, that are part of your culture, understand what's going on, and they can understand that the door is open. They have to feel like somebody's listening to me. One of the things that's most frustrating with our political system in this country is many times the folks that are in Washington, D.C. don't seem like they are understanding what's going on with the people that they are supposed to lead. They are out of touch with the people. People are frustrated because they can't seem to have a way to communicate how they feel. And so that's the same way it is in your business. It's the same way it is in your ministry. When people feel like you have closed the door to them, that you're not listening, that you're not, there's no sense in them saying anything because it's not going to be heard. And then watch this. Communication is critical among your staff, the people that you lead, your secondary leaders, your fellow leadership team. It's important for us to have open communication. How do we talk to one another? So one area, a vital area, is connection. The next one is culture. And the third one that we just covered is communication. How well are you doing these three things so far? How well is that going for you so far? And then fourthly, the fourth thing we want to focus on is consistency. We have to be consistent. They should be able to count on you for certain things. They should be able to say, okay, if I'm going to Spirit and Life, this is what I'm going to get. This is what they're going to be there. They're going to be able to, we're going to have a good service. We're going to have this kind of communication. This is what's going to, if I tune into Bible study, this is what's going to happen. And you build your reputation based on being consistent. How consistent are you? You can't be here today and gone tomorrow. You can't be, well, all of us have had the experience where we have, wanted to go to a restaurant. We're going to go pick up some food. And then you go there and they got a sign. No, we're not going to be here until we open it up in another hour or so. But the sign says that you're open at noon, but now here it is, noon and the place is still closed. Come back in a half an hour. Come back in but they have to be able to say, I can count on you to be who you say you are, and also to be there at the time you said, and to do what you promised. A lot of us are, sometimes leaders are good at selling a lot. They promise a lot, but delivering little. It's better to promise a little and deliver more than it is to promise a lot and not be able to keep up, not be able to keep it up. Sometimes you got to make sure you do, if you do it one way, we do this, how we do here. Yeah, okay, but now what about next week? What about next month? And so that's another area that we have to work on, is being consistent. Be consistent in making sure you're getting your rest. Be consistent in making sure you're feeding your mind as a leader. Be consistent in being kind, being consistent and watch this, in your connections, in your communication, in your culture. Make sure you're consistent in all these areas, that I can count on them to be there. I can count on them to do what they promise. When they say, okay, yeah, we're not going to hold you long, make sure you don't hold them long. Make sure you're letting the people go. You make sure you're not overtaxing them. Some ministries have a lot more going on than ours does. But the fact of the matter is, you have to be able to be consistent in what you do, what you say, and how you operate. These are critical areas that we need to focus in on. There's a lot of things that we're trying to, and sometimes we get to the halfway point of the year, we're trying to, we feel like we got to catch up to what we promised or what we envisioned at the beginning of the year. And then, and what I wanted to do tonight is narrow it down to 4 things that you can just kind of focus on. 4 areas that you can just, okay, I'm going to try to focus on better connection, making stronger connections through the rest of the year. Yeah, can I make some connections? Can I connect with people in a different way? Can I even connect with leaders that are going to help me be better? But then I'm going to focus on the culture that I'm creating. Start analyzing, is my culture healthy? Is the culture of my ministry healthy? Is the culture of my business healthy? Or is it a little toxic, right? Is there a little, something that's off? Is it something that's not nurturing? Is it something that's not welcoming? So make sure I'm checking my culture for the rest of this year and working on that and making it better. And then, of course, I want to focus on communicating better. And see, these are not things I'm saying you all should do. These are things I'm doing. These are things that I decide, okay, these are areas that I need to focus on. And I figure, well, if I got to focus on them, maybe some other leaders need to do the same thing. So it's like, how am I communicating? How well am I communicating with my team? How well am I communicating with the ministry, with the members? How well are they able to communicate with me? Am I available to them? So I got to work on communication. And then finally, I got to continue and work on being consistent. Work on my consistency. Be where I say I'm going to be, do what I say I'm going to do, and make sure that people can count on me. Actually being taken for granted is in a way a compliment, because they say, well, you're consistent. Well, Hamilton's always there. Oh yeah, they're going to be doing something on Thursday night. They're going to do something on the second Saturday. They're always doing this. And so it's like, yeah, he's consistent. She's consistent. That's what you want to have. You want to make sure people can count on you to do and be who you say you are and be where you say you're going to be, and make sure you're fulfilling the things that you promise. So make sure these 4 areas, these are just 4. Maybe you have more, maybe you have less, but there are things you got to work on, things that we need to kind of focus on as leaders. Make sure we're focusing on these 4 vital areas: connections, culture, communication, and consistency. Make sure that these are areas that you are like, I got to make sure I'm on that. So I'm going to just give you 4. So don't want to overburden you. Just give you 4 things that can help you finish the year strong. And that's what we want to do. We're going to have this we're in the second half now. Let's go. Let's make sure that we get better and we lead better, and we are able to help the people that we lead be able to thrive. That's what we really want to do. All right. God bless you. I told you I wasn't going to hold you long tonight. So 4 critical areas: connection, culture, communication, and consistency. Make sure you are focusing on those 4 areas. I hope this helps you. I hope this helps you kind of narrow it down. Don't try to do 11 things. It's not going to work. But make sure if you can get these 4 down, I guarantee you'll be better at the end of the year than you are even right now. All right. God bless you and God keep you. If you would like more information, we have a great library of things that we have done over the last several years. Go to stevehamiltonministries.com. And I got something exciting coming up. I'm not going to announce it yet, but we got something exciting, an in-person and online event that we're going to be holding later this year. I'm excited about what we're going to be able to do, and I want all of you to be a part of it. So go to stevehamiltonministries.com, check out some of the past posts, make sure you're able to not only check it out yourself, but share it with somebody that it might be helpful to them. and make sure you just stay tuned because we have a lot coming up. God bless you. Have a safe holiday and weekend, and we will see you, Lord willing, next week in the Leaders Lounge. God bless you.